strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Welcome everybody, this is Bulldog here, and tonight I don't have any strategy tips or gameplay videos. Tonight I'm going to talk about my personal account, both the game account and my YouTube account, and what my plans are going forward with both of those. And I'm going to introduce something that I'm calling the Womp Fund that I am hoping might make my Grand Arena matches a little more interesting. So, first thing I want to start off with is my YouTube account and my Twitch account, because I'm going to start using that. I've gotten a lot of complaints that I don't stream regularly enough, so people don't know when I'm streaming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make everything much more structured. I'm going to attempt to stream every Grand Arena matchup. Rounds 1 and rounds 3 I'm going to do on YouTube. Round 2 I'm going to stream on Twitch. I've never streamed Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes on Twitch. I've barely streamed anything on Twitch before. But I'm getting so many people wanting me to use Twitch that I'm going to try it. So for the next season, I'm going to stream round 2 on Twitch. Every weekday stream is going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If it happens to fall on a weekend, I might try to do it earlier in the day. I'll give you guys a little bit of notice. I know 10 p.m. is a terrible time for those of you in like European time zones or that type of thing, but that's just when I'm able to stream during the week. So sorry, it's going to have to be late. But I'm going to stream with my own account, which is Division 5. I'm also going to use the Division 1 account that I've occasionally used for streaming. I've been told that if I structure like this, I can be guaranteed that account to use for Grand Arena. The only thing is that the 10 o'clock time slot kind of falls during their arena payout, which is 11. So I might have to do some arena battles for them. So that's the deal. I might have to do arena battles to be able to use that account for Grand Arena. So sorry if I have to use some arena battles in there, but I think it's worth it. Absolutely think it's worth it. Hopefully that will make my streams a little more interesting having that Division 1 account, because my Division 5 account has not been interesting at all. So one thing I'm going to do to help remedy that is I'm starting what I'm calling the Womp Fund. So there are a lot of you out there who choose to financially support this channel. Any money that I get from this channel, either whether it's just YouTube ads or donations, I put back into this account. So I think I'm over $3,000 now on this account. I haven't added up lately, but I'm pretty sure I've eclipsed $3,000. But I'm going to give you guys an option. Those of you who donate, now instead of going to the main characters that I always focus on, which I'm going to show you what I'm working on here in a little bit. I can actually go over to my character screen now. That's why I've got BlueStacks up, because I am going to show you guys what I'm working on. But instead of investing in the top characters or whatever meta team I'm running towards, I'm going to give you guys the option to put that money towards one of the worst characters in the game. I'm going to give YouTube the chance to vote on what my next Womp Rat is, or what my first Womp Rat is, and anybody who opts for their donations to go towards the Womp Rat Fund will go towards that character. So you guys can essentially give me an obstacle to work around in Grand Arena. You can inflate my GP a little bit, give me a Gear 13 Ugnaught or something like that. Again, I'm going to talk about what options there are here in just a second. But you guys can give me a character that will inflate my GP and maybe give me something to try to incorporate them into my Grand Arena matches to maybe try to make that interesting. See how I can use that character. Again, kind of providing me with an obstacle to help balance the scales a little bit, because my matches are so unfair right now. So I'm going to switch over here real quick to swgoh.gg. And this is a list of Gear 13 data. So this is the percent of players who have taken a specific character to Gear 13. So I've sorted it by the lowest percent. So, well, of course you see Cam up there just because nobody can take him there yet. But here we can look at some of essentially the worst characters in the game. So here's my initial rules for who you guys can nominate or vote for. It's going to be in the comments. So if you want to, I'm going to nominate a few characters for you to vote for. You can nominate any character you want. Whichever character gets the most likes, by the time the next Grand Arena round starts, By the time the next Grand Arena round starts, actually, well, let's go a little farther. Let's go a week from when this video comes out. About a week. I'll give you guys a week to vote. Whichever character gets the most likes. So just leave a comment of just the character's name, nothing else. Whichever one gets the most likes is the one that I will spend the Womp Wrap money on. And it can be any character, I'm going to say, that's less than 1%. So there's a wide range down here, and it can't be new characters. So like you see Grief right here. He's a low percent just because a lot of people have him from the from his event, but you can't, most people haven't spent to actually take him up there. So that's not fair. He's a good character. Nothing like that. But anyone less than 1%, you can nominate. There's some decent characters just here. No, nobody get really good, but maybe some interesting characters. So I would like for you guys to at least choose somebody interesting. Like Mob Enforcer here is at the top. He I don't want Mob Enforcer. I mean, if you guys are choosing to give me the hardest or the kind of the hardest one to work with, then yeah, sure. If you want to vote for Mob Enforcer, we will gear up Mob Enforcer. But my request would be you give me somebody who's at least interesting. Okay, the lowest one here in terms of percent is IG86. I feel like I could work with IG86. He's not good. He's definitely not good. But he's a droid, so there's a lot of different droids that we could have some synergy there. He can actually hit really hard, so he does bring something to the table. He has a high damage attack that, yeah, he's a glass cannon. He doesn't do, there's so much he doesn't do well. But I feel like I can maybe at least incorporate him in there. So I think that's gonna be one that I kind of nominate for you guys to vote. Actually, let me choose 5 here. Let's scroll through. Sorry, I'm kind of winging this here. Let me scroll through here and choose. I want to choose 5 characters that I think that I'm gonna nominate, and it doesn't have to be one. You guys can nominate any of them. Again, just like the comment if you want to vote for that character. You can vote for as many as you want. So Gar Saxon. Gar Saxon is he's a character that on my old account I always wanted. He was like the one that I'm gonna work on this character once I get everything caught up. He was my kind of side project that I always wanted to get to, and of course I never got caught up, so I never worked on him. But I always thought Gar Saxon could make it for an interesting team. He might be one. Young Lando could certainly be interesting. I don't even think he should count anymore because he's gonna be TIE Fighter Pilot. My old account is one of these Gear 13s. TIE Fighter Pilot was one of my very first Gear 13s because I said he was the most underrated character in the game. This was a while ago, so I would love to again take TIE Fighter Pilot to Gear 13. He's not. I mean, power creep has taken a hold so much since then, so I still think he's very underrated. I feel like I could utilize him. TIE Fighter Pilot's going to be one of my nominations. That'll inflate my ship GP as well. I'm not running an Empire ship, so if you're looking to inflate my GP, that could be a way to do that as well. Choosing somebody with a ship. Savage is a good one. He's not good, but he's interesting. So I feel like I can maybe find a way to utilize him. Do some interesting things with him. I definitely, so TIE Fighter Pilot, Savage Opress, I'm definitely gonna have those two. I'm scrolling through this. Sorry, I didn't plan this in advance. I'm kind of winging this. Sorry, guys. Any of these bounty hunters? So bounty hunters are definitely very interesting. Biston, remember when I was campaigning for him to finally get his bug fixed, which took like 2 years? He was a staple on my CLS team that was amazing on defense because everybody underestimated his frenzy. I put frenzy and guard on him, and that was so much fun. So yeah, we've had so much power creep that he's not all that good on the CLS team anymore. There are better options, but that would definitely be interesting. Oh, how is Aura Singh down here? Man, I feel like I feel like seeing her this low, she might be the most underrated character in the game. Wow, she should not be this low. She is a very good character. Okay, she's low though, so I'm gonna nominate her. I feel like that's almost unfair. She feels like she's too good. Juwani, that's another one that I think is very interesting. There are some very interesting combos there that I feel like I could utilize. So those, okay, if we're sticking to the less than 1%, I have a feeling it's going to be end up being somebody like Mob Enforcer. But okay, I think my nominations for my Wampa fund so I'm going to leave these comments below and like them if you want to vote for these characters: Juwani, Aura Singh, Biston, TIE Fighter Pilot, and Savage Oppress. Those are going to be the 5. Definitely not the worst characters in the game, but I think they're bad characters that I would never think of taking to Gear 13. But I will do it as part of the Womp Rep. I'm seeing so many bad characters that I don't want you guys to choose. But I will go with whoever gets the most votes, whatever it is, and we're gonna see. So I don't know. Maybe nobody will donate to it. I'm not sure, but I'm going to give you guys the option. I've been blown away with the amount of financial support that I've gotten. You guys are absolutely amazing and incredible. Any past donations I've probably already spent, so past donations cannot be allocated to the Wampa Fund. But any sort of donation, whether that's, I've got memberships active on the channel. So if you are a member and you want your monthly membership fee to go to that, just let me know. There's a Patreon link where you can do a one-time donation. Just message me if you donate that way. If you donate super chat during the live streams or anything like that, just let me know if you want that to count for the Womp Rat funds, and I will assign it there. And then we'll. I don't know. I'm not expecting it. It's so expensive to get a character to Gear 13. So it'll probably be a while before we get a character to Gear 13. But if this does well, then we'll do this multiple times. And each time we get one to Gear 13, I'll let you guys decide if you want to take it up to Relic 7 or just stop at Gear 13. And maybe if we stop there, we can do get a wider range of characters. And then we'll go vote on the next one. And you guys can inflate my sheepy until your heart's content. I hope I don't get too many donations. I don't want to completely tank my Grand Arena, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, it's that's a bridge we'll cross if we ever get there, and I don't envision that. But anyways, let's go back to my own account. I know I'm taking way too long on this. I did not. Sorry, I called an audible there where I decided to nominate the 5 characters that I would like you guys to vote for. Onto my own account. What am I working on? What am I actually? What am I intentionally doing to improve my account other than hamper my account? So I've got a bunch more Gear 13s. I've got some new Jedi. I got Jedi Knight Revan. Did that live stream. Unlocked him. I've now got him to Gear 13. Yoda to go with it. Basilisk Sean Fallen. Where's she at? Over here in the corner. She is now Gear 13. So I've got a decent Jedi team there. I am going to take HK-47 to be my next Gear 13 so that I can have a good 3-man Darth Revan team, which will eventually turn into a good 4-man Darth Revan team, because I'm going to try and get trying to get Malak here very shortly. Malak and Gas, General Anakin Skywalker, are my 2 big projects right now. As you can see, a lot of these characters are towards that. So that's why I'll take HK-47 up. Here, let me switch over to Old Republic so you can see the rest of them. I'm hoping, it's been a while since I've done this event. Let's see. We're in the alphabet, Bulldog. So, and I know some of them aren't actually on here, but if we maybe you guys can choose. If you choose Juwani, I will not. I'll gear her up to is it 17,500? Whatever the point is, I will take to get the event, because I'm going to do that anyways. So if you want a cheap Womp Rat and want me to finish gearing up Juwani, that could be an option there. But I'm going to take the rest of these guys. Basically, I'm trying to do it with a 3-man, mainly 3-man Gear 13 squad. Take the others up to the minimum power necessary and hope I can clear the Malak event. That way, that's going to be a different approach that I haven't done before, so I don't know how well that'll work. But I'm going to gear the rest of those up the minimum amount necessary, trying to get Malak. And then Malak, and then hopefully Gas is back soon. I have a feeling Gas is going to be back like next week. So I think he's coming very soon. So I've pretty well prepared for that. Might need to stick a few relics on there, or maybe some extra pieces of gear to get that done. I don't have the greatest mods to assign to everybody yet. Still very early in the mod farming stage. But then after that, there are a couple directions that I'm not quite sure which way I'm going. I'm considering doing bounty hunters and getting Grief and Mando up as far as I can take them, and maybe spend some crystals to get those to 7 stars. I'm definitely considering that. I'm considering just going. I don't know whether to go. So my first order. I got my first order characters pretty much ready to go as far as stars. First order stormtrooper is the only one I'm missing, and that's not. I mean, I just need 40 more shards. That won't take me very long at all. I don't know whether I want to start gearing them up or not. I think I might do so I gotta have Palpatine. Sith Trooper is one that could be useful. Could be useful in a Sith squad. Might go ahead and take them. I feel like there's going to be another Galactic Legend coming soon, and I'm nervous to start investing all of that gear and all of those relics into Kylo, and then there be another Galactic Legend that I'm like, oh, I got halfway through this farm and now I want to switch over to whatever's coming next. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do there. I'm very tempted to just skip both Rey and Kylo altogether, work on my CLS squad. Bounty hunters, I've got so Darth Traya and Darth Sion I would like to get up for a geo counter, a 2-man geo counter. Work on them. Could even put Nihilus in there as well. Work on some of these other characters to give me a lot more depth. Night Sisters. There's a bunch of interesting teams that would give me. Yeah, they're not as good as Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, but it would give me a lot more depth, a lot more things to play with. I could do a lot more interesting things with this account, and then go after whichever new Galactic Legend drops, because I feel like we're not all that far away. The current meta has been around for, what has it been, 6 months or so? It's been around for about as long as we normally see a meta. I feel like there is going to be a meta change coming in the not too distant future, maybe a few months out, and at this point it feels like if there's going to be a meta change, it has to be a new Galactic Legend, right? I mean, it's kind of hard to do that with as powerful as they are without adding a new one. So I'm very conflicted on which direction to go, but for right now, I'm getting Malak and then Gas are my immediate priorities, and then we'll see if there's any new info. We'll see what's going on as we get to that point, and kind of go from there. So anyways, this was a much longer video than I anticipated, which pretty much always happens. So I never know when to shut up, and I get off track too many times. But anyways, again, I'm very curious to see what the response is to this Wampa fund. If you guys are interested in me inflating my GP like that, and if those of you that financially support me are interested in donating that way instead of donating other methods. So when you're so I guess I should have mentioned this earlier, but whenever you're looking at these characters, also consider what type of farm they are, because I'm not gonna, if it's like a hard node farm, I'm not gonna spend my previous energy, or I'm not gonna spend my own money to buy that character from the shop or anything like that. If it's if it's somebody that's very easily farmable, I'll do that myself. But consider how easy it is to farm. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think of it. Director Krennic is not necessarily an easy farm. You've got to get him from a hard node. So it's probably not the best character to nominate, because I'm not going to, unless you're wanting to donate even more, because it's going to be even more expensive to take him up there. So something to consider when you're doing that. So anyways, I'm a little nervous to see the response for this, because I hate asking for money, and that's basically what I'm doing here. But it's a very different approach. And it's, like I said, it will make my Grand Arena matches more interesting, but it's essentially going to be putting an anchor on my account. But if that's what you guys have fun with, then I'm willing to do it, and let's go get it done. So thank you guys. I will see you all later. Sorry for a 20-minute video, but I appreciate anybody who actually listened to me for 20 minutes. You might want to see a therapist. So thanks a lot, guys. You have a great evening.